Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is a true networking ninja who has mastered the art of building bridges across borders. She represents the Global Advisory Council at G100's Media Arts and Communications Wing, has spent over 8 years with Fuchsia, connecting and amplifying the voices of women leaders in 35 countries. She is a geologist by training and a strategist by design. She brings her talents in PR, brand building, and partnerships to every conversation through her live Wabi Sabi blog. Cannot wait to hear about that even more. She reminds us that imperfection is beautiful, connection is everything. Please help me welcome the incredible Shilby Shah. Welcome, Shilby. You are amazing. I cannot wait to hear so many things about you, and I love that sapphire crown.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel, for having me here. And I'm feeling so blessed and grateful to be here in front of you today. Namaste from India.
Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us about that crown, that sapphire crown. That is a gorgeous crown. Did you win that for some amazing pageant or what happened?
Yeah, this crown is, I mean, I have received this crown recently last week. I went in a pageant called Visionora Global Mrs. India pageant. And this pageant was all about your transformation, your beauty, and beauty with purpose, basically. So I have won this crown as Mrs. India Fashionista and Mrs. India Gujarat Empress. So yeah,
That is
once again I am grateful for this opportunity to having to being with you over here with this crown on. And this is a crown of responsibility which I would love to hand over to women out there who are who are thinking of doing something in their life, who are thinking of becoming something. So this is the crown of possibility for each and every woman out there.
Oh, wow. And it's gorgeous. And you look fabulous in it, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, do you mind explaining before we get into you and how you became an entrepreneur from obviously being a geologist? Oh my God. Okay. Cannot wait to hear that story. However, before that, can you explain what the Global Advisory Council at G100 Media Art is and what they do?
Sure. So G100 is an international NGO. It is founded by Dr. Harbeen Arora Rai, and we have 100 sectors over there, 100 global sectors, and we have our presence in 100 countries. And each country has a global chair, and under that global chair, there are few global advisory members. So I represent global advisory member. And I also we also have like various sectors. So I represent media arts and communication wing, where I serve as director of marketing, and I represent global advisory council. So we work for like global causes which are prevalent, I mean, all over globe. And basically it includes gender equality, then period poverty, then there are many other social causes which are related globally. So we work in a digital landscape through this media arts and communication wing.
Wow. Giving back is key, and that's exactly sounds like what that's doing, especially as entrepreneurs, as we are and business owners. That is amazing. Thank you for that.
Most welcome. And what G100 is something which is very close to my heart, because I mean, there are n number of women out there, Angel, who I mean, when it comes to period poverty, there are people who don't even know about pads. what are pets. They are living, in such a disastrous conditions, with distress. So when we work for something like this, then it feels like, that we are at least privileged to have those kind of things. So that's why I always feel gratitude for all the things we have, because there are people out there who are just trying to get those things, but they don't have. So this is something which I wanted to communicate, that being
Wow.
grateful, yeah, is very important.
Wow. And I mean, is that available to everyone to find out more about?
Sorry.
Is that available, the Global Advisory Council, for everyone
Yes, yes,
to find out
absolutely.
more about?
Sure, sure. So that is only through invitation, and then only people will check your profile, and if you want to join that, then you will have to email to Dr. Harbeen Arora Rai, and she will just check your profile, and if your profile matches with the kind of people she is looking for, you are added to it as an advisory member or as a member simply. So
Wow.
there are some criterias, but it isn't a kind of interview or something. It's just that you will have to reach out to Dr. Harbin.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for that. That gives a lot of information to our audience who would be interested in assisting or
Yeah,
helping or
I
being
can I can
advisor.
also share her email address with you, in
Okay.
case anyone wishes to join the G100 community.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Now, tell us about Fuchsia and connecting and amplifying voices for over 35 countries for women leaders. Oh my God. Tell us about that. Wow, you're involved in
Sure.
so many cool things. I love it.
So Fuchsia is something I have restarted my career with. While scrolling through Instagram, just Fuchsia appeared in front of me, and I just applied. And the kind of empowerment Fuchsia is doing for women out there, so I joined that movement, and it was in 2017 when I joined that movement. And I am proud to say that now I am brand ambassador for Fuchsia, and we have our presence in 35 countries. And my primary responsibility there is to interview leaders and thought leaders, and share their stories on our website called Humans of Fuchsia. So basically, it was started by a 11-year-old girl, Riya Sinha, who is from California, USA. And then it was joined by Shraddha Verma, who is from Mumbai, India. And today in 2025, we are already a community of 5 million women who are spread around 35 countries. And we have two major initiatives basically. One is Fuchsia Talent. At Fuchsia Talent, we are helping solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and startups into their business requirements in a digital landscape. And then we have our another initiative. It is called Humans of Fuchsia, where we reach out to leaders, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and share their stories on our website in order to motivate and inspire women in our community.
Wow. That is amazing. I mean, that is getting your footprint out there, helping so many people. That is amazing. All right.
Yes.
I need to know more about this live Wabi Sabi blog and what it really means because I think there's something in there.
Yeah. Angel, actually, I have, when I started my journey, in terms of career, then like I was a geologist. I had done my masters in geologist, and I became a geologist. But then I have to switch my career to teaching. And then fast forward, I had to take a career break. Then I restarted my journey with Fuchsia and G100, and upskilled myself into content writing, digital marketing. I even earned an MBA from IIM Calcutta. And recently, as you know, as you see the crown, so I have participated in beauty pageant and won as well. So back when I go back in 2020, then there I read a newspaper article about Wabi Sabi interiors. And it clicked my mind that my life is also some kind of Wabi Sabi. Wabi sabi in the terms of like it was incomplete, impermanent, and imperfect. So it just clicked to me that I am already living a wabi sabi life, so why not have something, like to inspire people out there that you can be imperfect, things can be incomplete, and you can evolve anytime. I mean, age is just a number. So I turned this concept of wabi sabi into a blog called Live Wabi Sabi Life in 2022 itself. And in recent I mean in 2025 itself, in January, I have finally monetized it through affiliate marketing. So it's been a journey of embracing change, just as Wabi Sabi teaches. So this was my story behind finding my blog called Live Wabi Sabi.
Yeah, so that is awesome. So yeah, the wabi sabi life. Oh my God, I love it because I think like nothing I do is perfect at all. So I'm wabi sabi. I love that.
Yeah.
So, did something specifically happen in your life to maneuver you to become the business owner, entrepreneur? Did something happen?
Yes, apart from having different kind of career switches and upskilling, in 2021, my mother went through a serious illness, and though we did our best in order to save her from best doctors to best medication, but we were not able to save her. And I was with her for about 2 months, and I saw her, how she was struggling to live. She loved life, and in those conditions as well, when we all were quite tensed, quite unhappy, but she was always happy. Whenever she was talking to us, she was like she had so much of positivity towards life. So that thing also always reminded me, like being someone who is imperfect, then life is always you don't get everything like on platter. You have to work for it. And when I see my mother doing the same, and try who always try to feel us happy despite of her conditions, so it it had a huge impact on my life. And that impact is shown in Wabi Sabi blog as well. If you read the blog, then I have different kinds of steps over there, where there is Wabi Sabi philosophy, where there is law of attraction. I have some growth and productivity tips as well, and mindfulness practices as well. So all these things are required in order to live your life. It cannot be perfect every time, but yes, if you have a mindset, a kind of mindset, then only you can go through everything smoothly.
That is perfect. And understanding it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be your smooth, and which cannot
Yeah,
be this
yeah.
way. It might be woo.
It depends on your mindset, Angel, for any time, because life throws so many ups and downs towards you, right? And if you are not willing to like change your mindset, then nothing will happen, and you will have to move as life moves. But in case if you have a mindset of happiness, then you can find happiness in daily practices. You can find gratitude in daily practices, like getting up from bed, walking, because there are people who are unable to walk, then having meals on your plates. So there are n number of things to be grateful for. So I really believe that if you embrace Wabi Sabi, then and you change your mindset, then you can overcome any kind of challenge life throws towards you.
Yeah, mindset is key, and saying those affirmations and being grateful every single day is what
Yes.
makes the difference in life. I really do. All right, now let's go back. If we're able to get some advice to our 18-year-old self, what would it be?
Okay, so there also, once again, I have a story. Like I said, I did my master's in geology, and I received an offer from Indian Institute of Geomagnetism, Mumbai, and back in 2002. And I had to decline that offer, just in order to raise my son and be with my family. So if I have to go back to my 18-year-old self and give her one advice, then I would tell her that don't ever give up on your financial independence, because financial independence is something which gives you not only financial independence, it gives you courage to make your own choices, be it emotional, be it financial. It gives you freedom, it gives you confidence to to own your choices. So this will be the only advice I would love to give to my 18-year-old self, that don't give up on your financial independence.
Stay persistent.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Do you mind sharing something that was a game changer, like a business strategy or a habit that caused business growth for you that maybe you thought, oh, maybe that's not going to work, or somebody said it wasn't going to work, but it
Yeah.
worked?
Sure, sure, absolutely. So the game changer in my life, was conducting interviews with thought leaders. I mean, this is something which I would say that it is a game changer in my life, because each and every conversation, with leaders out there, it opened my mind. It enlightened me on diverse topics and shifted my, perspectives in ways that shaped, both my business and my personal growth when it comes to my blog itself. So I would say that like meeting with new people every day, in conducting interviews with leaders, so this is something which is a game changer in my life, in my business and personal growth.
Just like we're doing here, guys.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
just like we're doing here is
we learn, we
connecting.
learn,
Go ahead.
yeah, we learn so many things from each other, right? Imagine if I meet two or three persons daily, on a daily basis. So and that two leaders, women leaders basically. So that gives a lot of perspective shift in your own aura.
Yeah, because it expands your field of networking because you're the ninja networking, so that's definitely going to expand that. Um,
Mhm.
and guys, I need you to understand this next thing. OPP, other people's people. You don't know where your next person that's going to resonate with you and say and stand up and say, "Hey, I want more information," is coming from, and it's probably in someone else's network, right, Shilpi?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, you just never know. Serve their audience, and guess what? You just never know. All right,
Yes,
my
the more
favorite.
you the
Go
more
ahead,
you
what?
interact, the more you learn.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know. I asked questions beforehand because there was so much in her bio that I didn't know about. I had to ask questions. So, right, you have to ask questions of people, especially don't you feel, Shilpi, when we go across borders,
Mhm.
we have to ask those questions to get more educated on the different cultures that are around the world.
Yes, absolutely. And having a kind of perspective and having learned, you also grow. Somewhere when you learn about different perspectives, different cultures, and whenever I mean, you are networking, or I mean, you are visiting some other country, then it's quite easier to blend with people and change perspectives and take the best from each and everyone, because like we all have some kind of faults, we all have some kind of positive ideas in our minds. So if we the more we interact, the more we learn from each other, and the more we could apply to our own lives as well. Because if we change, I always say, if we are able to change just one life around us, then I mean, I have done my job. And if it's me, then it's the best.
So,
Yeah.
applying things to our lives, all right? So,
Mhm.
so many entrepreneurs have like take on myths that they've heard about being an entrepreneur. What is one of those myths you wish they would kick to the curb and stop believing?
Yes, so what I would say is, generally people think that they have to figure it out everything at once before you start. But I would love to say that the truth is that entrepreneurship is trial, error, and evolution. So you will learn more. I mean, from the mess than the manuals. So, and the only thing which you have to do is you have to start, you have to learn, you have to fail and then stand up, because I mean there is no, success formula designed for everyone out there. You have to do it, and then only you find the way. So I would say that I mean you don't have to figure it out everything before you start, just start.
Yeah, so that leads us to figuring out life's balance. Oh my God, is there such a thing? So, how do you juggle the beautiful chaos of your business and your personal life without losing yourself? And I think you told me earlier you do have children and you're married.
Yes.
So, so if you don't mind just explaining how you do that.
Well, balance for me, is about presence, like Angel. It's not about perfection. As I say this on my blog as well, that, presence is required, perfection is not required. And also, I make daily choices which matter, because there are n number of tasks out there which I have to perform on a daily basis, but I choose which is the best, which is good for my child, which is good for my own self. So I delegate tasks accordingly. I have house helps around with me, so that they could help me with with my daily course and everything. So I would say that I work with intention, and when I step away, I truly disconnect. And one more thing, that meditation, journaling, and self love rituals, this help me stay centered amidst the chaos.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring up this because you told me earlier, and I just want to make sure we touch on this, because
Mhm.
being an entrepreneur is a little quirky, especially when you have children different ages. So
Yes.
you said you had a 24-year-old and a
Yeah.
12-year-old. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So can you talk about the balance in there and the difference it was a little bit with having businesses during that time with both of them, with different ages even?
Yes. I mean, I would say that it was a lot of help. By the time my second son was born, my, elder son was already 12 years of age. So yeah, he was the one who was, helping me raise the child. He was helping me with my tech, tech things as well, because I have, like restarted my career in a digital landscape after a career break of 8 years. So my elder son, he was there, to teach me the tech part of things, and to raise my younger son together. So I mean we were a family. My husband, he went to office, then in the whenever he came back, then he took charge of my younger one. When my elder son, he came back from his school, he took charge of my younger one. So we had kind of shifts, and I was allowed to do my own tasks, my own business and blog and everything. So I would say that it was my family who supported me in each and everything, and having such a age gap, it was a like a boom. I mean it was a boon for me, because like my son helped, my elder son helped me in raising my child, as well as in my in tech part of things.
Wow. Earlier you told me also why there was that 12-year gap. Do you mind bringing that back up as well? Just because I know
Sure.
there's so many women who deal with those situations, and I'm one of them, and I've had to deal with a lot of that as well. So go.
Yeah. Sure. So, you know what? Back in when it was around 2005, I had a miscarriage, and that miscarriage was, like continued for 8 more miscarriages, because I never had that heartbeat, which was there after 6 weeks. So I generally missed that heartbeat, and I had to, abort that child. But I am a huge believer of Lord Shiva, actually. And for the ninth time when we went to the hospital, we generally did sonography with one doctor itself. But for the ninth time when I went to the hospital, there was some other doctor who did the sonography, and he said that you have a heartbeat. I was like, oh, come on, I mean he's just imagining, how can this happen? And I mean he convinced me anyways that yes, there is heartbeat, and you have I mean everything is good, safe and sound. And when I asked his name, he said that I am Dr. Neelkant. And Neelkant is name of Lord Shiva as well. So it was my belief that Lord Shiva himself came and like I mean gave heartbeat to my child. So
Oh.
so though there were eight miscarriages, which I had to face, but then nine time it was Lord Shiva himself who came and like granted my child heartbeat. So I believe in this very very much, that everything has a purpose in life. Though I mean, there were eight miscarriages, but nine time, I mean, when I had my son, and when I look at him today, then I feel so blessed that at least I have someone, out there who keeps me on my toes, and he's the reason that I am still, fit. By the way.
I love that. So I don't know about you, all right, but and I mean we don't get to talk about this a whole lot on here, but I've had tons of miscarriages, too many to count usually. But
Mhm.
the hormones, oh my God, that up and that down, up and down, and I mean mine were spontaneous miscarriages. So
Mhm.
I mean I would be 8 weeks in, and oh my God, it was just another. It's just you know wild. Did you go on that wild ride as well or no?
Yes, absolutely. I had faced many health issues, Angel. So even my son was born, then I went through many health challenges. I had gained a lot of weight. I mean, there was kind of isolation. I really felt, like, I mean, misaligned anyways. But, it was my restarting my career with Fuchsia. I mean, that helped me, like, to come out from all those things. Because when you have, some kind of work to do, when you have to focus on some different things, then you automatically shift your focus, and your mental state gets, like, healed. So, and when your mental states gets healed, then you are able to, think a number of things out there. So I started workout, and working with Fuchsia has been a boon for me once again, because it shifted, my mindset towards, like, achieving other things as well, instead of sitting back and thinking about my hormonal changes or my weight gain and everything. So I took charge, I took action. I joined this company called Fuchsia, only in order to, like, I mean, change my mindset. And then I started with the workouts. So these were the two things which helped me, overcome those hormonal imbalances.
You worked through the wabi sabi.
Yes, absolutely. This concept was not on my mind in 2017, but when I read about it in 2020, then I, realized that okay, that I mean, this life is wabi sabi. Nothing is, imperfect over here. Nothing is, complete, or nothing is permanent. So you have to take charge of your own, deeds, your own actions, and when you take action, then result automatically happens.
Thank you so much for going into that. That I mean, that sometimes is a little rough, but thank you for that and being honest because I mean, we've all been through it and it's just I love when people can relate. And I mean, we both are very positive people and everybody has to understand we're we have to grow through it. And I love that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, and until unless you go through it, you do not come out of it. If there is any emotion as well, Angel. I mean, if you are feeling sad or something, then feel it. I would say that you have to feel that emotion. I mean, breathe that emotion. Just let it be there. Until unless you feel it, you are not able to, like, remove it. So first you have to feel it, and then you find ways to remove it.
All right. Let's talk about some feelings in business right now. Let's
Mhm.
talk about a woman who's in the middle of a mess and she is just ready to throw in that towel and give up. What
Mhm.
advice do you have for her?
Okay, I mean, I myself have been there, Angel. So I would say that celebrate your, unique story. And one more thing, that don't be afraid to learn, unlearn, and relearn. It was only because, I upskilled in my career. I mean, even though I started working with Fuchsia, it was not easy, because I had to, learn a number of things. I didn't had a, like, this technological background. So I did my courses in content writing. I did my courses in digital marketing from Digital Vidya. Then I did my MBA, I mean, from IIM Calcutta. So I, learned everything. I upskilled myself, and then, like, magic happened. So to every woman out there, I mean, who is feeling messed up, then I would say that you have to, come out of everything for your own self. You have to celebrate your unique story. You and always never be afraid to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Upskill yourself in whatever ways, in whatever your career demands, and then magic will automatically happen.
Yeah, definitely. And I find that when I'm in the miss, I have to like look to the future. So let's look to the future now for you and give us a sneak peek into what we could see what's happening in the future with you and your business.
I love this. I love this question, Angel. I have since I believe in law of attraction, so I already have imagined. I have already imagined my future. So I am dreaming of a wellness center, that brings everything under one roof. So I would have all the coaches over there, Reiki masters, hypnotherapists, then mental health advocates. Then there would be tattoo artists as well. People out there who could do nail art and spa therapies. So it will be a kind of true heaven, for healing and self expression. So this is this future I have imagined for myself, and I hope my wellness center starts soon.
That is amazing. So we need a building, correct? So we have to do that building that's going to come to you.
Yes.
It's just going to
Yes.
appear.
Yeah, you have to imagine, everything, whatever is built out there, that has been imagined first in your minds. So you have to imagine that thing, and when you imagine that thing and when you embody that energy, within yourself, then then it happens. It will be in front of you.
Yeah. I imagined this happening 20 years ago and it finally happened. But
Wow.
I mean, just know it might not be like this, but it's going to happen eventually. If you can dream it and believe it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely.
All right. So tell us something maybe we don't know about you that could surprise us.
Actually, I am a fitness freak. So I don't put out this generally, because I feel that people would judge that at 40 this is something which one cannot do. But I am a total fitness freak, and it surprises people, because they often see me more in a creative and professional space. So they don't know about this. They think that if she is not eating, since I am a Jain as well, Gujarati Jain, so we generally don't eat after sunset. So people think that only by not eating she is in shape, but that's not true. I work out a lot. 2 to 3 hours a day, and that is one of the most unexpected things, I guess. People might not know about me, that I am a fitness freak.
What's your favorite exercise?
Planks, 2 to 3 minutes
Planks.
planks. Yeah, that
Oh
is
my,
something I love doing, and I never miss this thing. Plank is something, if I do 2 to 3 planks, in a day, then I feel that okay, now I have done something for myself, for my body.
wow, that's amazing. How long do you hold your planks?
For 2 to 3 minutes.
Wow, you have a strong core. That is
Yeah, and this
amazing.
this I have built this stamina, Angel. In last 3 years, I guess. I have built this stamina. This was not always there. I started with 20 seconds, then it went to 30, then 45, then 1 minute. So likewise, I kept on increasing those seconds, and then today I am here at 2 to 3 minutes.
Boom. All right, she's a boss woman. I can tell you that now. If she can do that for 2 to 3 minutes. All right. Yeah, and if you guys have never done that, go ahead and start with that 20-second plank. You're going to see and feel a total difference in your body. Am I right about that?
Yes, absolutely. Because plank is a kind of exercise which is for your whole body, except your, belly. It works on your whole body. So, this is the best exercise one could do to be in shape. And if you are able to do plank dips, then it is, icing on the cake, actually.
Do you do the plank dips? Do you do plank
Yes,
dips? Oh
yes,
my God,
I
I'm jealous. Okay. I'm jealous on the plank dips. Okay.
maybe one day we could have a session of planks.
Yeah, we'll have a plank session. That would be fun. Oh my god. Okay, let's pump up the music, all right? So, can you tell me a song or songs you love?
Okay, so this girl is on fire. I hope you have heard this song. This is by Alicia Keys, and it makes me, it makes me feel unapologetically unstoppable. So I feel like, I mean, this is one song which every woman out there should listen and pump up her, feelings and everything within her body, within her stamina, within her mind.
Yeah, that is a fabulous song. I actually got to meet her once, and she's
Oh
so down to
wow!
earth and so sweet. Yeah, she's really sweet.
Next time you meet her, just convey my hello to her. that there is a
I'll
big
take a
fan out
picture.
there.
I'll take a picture of WhatsApp you and say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just once in my life. So, all right, tell me about books that build you up. Do you have a book that you love?
Yes. There are two books, and since I have already mentioned about, that in my blog I have written about law of attraction, growth, and productivity, Wabi Sabi philosophy. So all this comes from the book called Secret. I hope you have learned. I mean, no, I know. I mean, I feel that you must have heard that name, The Secret by Rhonda Bryan. And I mean, this is the book which has taught me the power of mindset. And there is one more book. It is called Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra. And this book inspired me, to be unapologetically, I mean, yourself. And this also taught me some kind of resilience, Angel. So I hope, I don't know that you have, read these books or not, but these are the best books anyone could read out there.
Yep. So you're talking about Secret the book, and it also has a movie, correct? That's
Yes,
what you're talking
absolutely.
about. Yes.
On
Les
YouTube.
Yep, Les Brown is in there. I'm actually going to be with him next month. I'm super excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is this universe is aligning
Yeah.
something for me,
Yeah.
that, Alicia? Then here you are with The Secret. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll be there with Les. He'll be at a conference that I'll be at. It's a small conference, so it'll be really awesome. All right.
Wow.
And tell me about a superpower. If you had a superpower for just 24 hours, one day, come on, you have boys. I know you're going to have a cool one. So give them to me.
If I could borrow a superpower, then it would be, more time for workout, because fitness is my therapy, and I could give unlimited hours to my fitness. So if I have to borrow a superpower, it would be, like more time for, workouts, and obviously for mentoring women as well. If I could, like mentor more and more women out there, then I mean, that superpower will be best utilized. So if I could increase some kind of time, then I would love to do that.
So you
One
brought
thing for
up
myself and one thing for, mentoring women.
Yeah. So you brought up fitness again. So let's, if you don't mind, I'm going to dive a little deeper into this. Um, the mental aspect of fitness, guys. Do you want to touch a little bit on about that for me, Shilpi?
Yes, fitness is a kind of, something. If you have a daily routine of fitness, then it keeps you focused, and your mental wellness is intact with fitness. Because when you have a routine, then you have, some kind of hormones which release during your fitness regime, and that makes you, powerful, and that makes you, mentally fit as well. Fitness is not only about, your body, your physical appearance. It is also for your mental health. So the more fit you are, who doesn't want to look good? Tell me, Angel. I mean, is there anyone out there who wants to look fat? Everyone wants to, like I mean, look fit, look good, and whatever body they are in. See, sexy is an energy, it is not an body type. So I don't say that, I mean, there is some kind of body type which are fit. So fitness is not only related to, your appearance or the inches you have. It is related to how happy you feel inside yourself, into your body. So I would say that, I mean, it has a mental aspect as well. So even if, you are weighing 75 or you are weighing 55, but if you are fit, then you feel, mentally well as well. So like when it comes to fitness, then absolutely it is related to your mental well-being as well.
Yep. Thank you for expanding on that. So tell us more about motivation. If somebody's running empty, what do you suggest they do for motivation, if there is such a thing in your world?
For me, for my motivation, I am mostly, I am drained. Uh, I mean, most of the times, and my motivation is, is only my husband. I will reach out to him. I want to be cuddled. I want to be, reparented. So it's only my husband. My motivation is my husband, that if I will go to him, and he will just cuddle me, and then it recharges me, it grounds me, and it reminds me that I don't have to carry the whole world alone. So if you ask for my motivation, it is definitely my husband, my children, with whom I can cuddle with, and spit out everything I have in my mind, or yeah, it's simply my family, my husband, my children. More
I
my
love
husband, because he is the one who would always cuddle me, and he encourages me for each and everything. So so he is my biggest motivation, my biggest cheerleader as well.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have a husband who's a cheerleader, so I get that. Yeah, yeah, and it makes life easy because when they're not a cheerleader, um, it's a little stressful, and you guys need to find another way then to get
Yeah,
motivated.
yeah. Every time motivational messages and these things don't may not work, but this is something which always work. You must have a person to to be with whom you can be, just you can just be you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the thing.
Yeah, I have a friend, she says, "Be you, boo." I think it's so cute all the time. All right.
Wow.
What is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you, Shilpi?
Yes, sure. So I have, as I said, that I am interviewing, entrepreneurs and solopreneurs out there. So if there are entrepreneurs out there or solopreneurs out there who want to get featured on, international blog, then they could connect with me at my email, or through my social media channels. Like I will share all my social media channels with you. Like I am on LinkedIn, I am on Instagram. Then they can have my email ID, so they can connect with me anywhere, and I will help them in getting featured. And also we also provide, like digital empowerment to people out there. So if anyone is, just thinking of starting their blog or their, website, then we are here. I mean, I have got it covered, everything. Yeah, with clarity, with support, and with visibility. So if you do not have clarity on your mind, I can provide you with the clarity, I can provide you with the, support, and I can provide you the visibility as well. So they could connect with me over LinkedIn, over Instagram, or through my mail ID, shilpi at the rate of fuchsia.com.
I love clarity because and the way to find somebody who can actually help you dig through the weeds to get the clarity is key, guys. And Shopi has that. You also have a gift for them. Can you tell us about the gift that you have for them?
Oh yes, absolutely. One gift is like free interview, free feature on Humans of Fuchsia, and another gift would be an ebook of Wabi Sabi practices, which I have created for readers out there, for people out there. It's a kind of simple everyday rituals, to help people, embrace imperfection while living with purpose. So I have that ebook with called Wabi Sabi practices.
And how did they get that ebook?
That ebook, I can share the link with you.
Okay. And then we'll put that
and
in and
and it
then
is also available on my website, livewabisabi.com.
okay, so they can just go there actually and
Yeah,
get it there. You can
and
get
yeah, I
the
downloaded it. It is free to download.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. Before you leave us, I know you have another tip for the women out there, and give us a final mic drop if you don't mind.
Well, final mic drop would be, we all are work in progress. So is everything around us. Like everything is work in progress. So beauty lies not in perfection, but in becoming. So even if like you think that okay, every single person is different, every single journey will be different, and every single person, needs a different kind of support. You also know that. So embrace continuous learning and growth. Challenge yourself to acquire new skills, gain knowledge, and broaden your perspective. So this would be my this is the message which I want to leave with everyone out there, that we all are work in progress. Keep doing your best.
Shilpi, thank you for being with us. You're totally amazing.
Thank you so much for having me, Angel. And I loved this conversation because I was able to, I guess, vent out each and everything I had on my mind, for years. And I always wanted to, spread this kind of motivation to people out there. And I think that I have done this through your channel. So thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.